Hi everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craft to Believe After, and welcome to another video. Now you guys, as always, I'm so excited to chat to you every week. I don't know, and it's just been, we're at the end of January already, and on that note, happy Australia Day to all my Australian friends. Today, as I'm filming this, it is the 26th of January, officially Australia Day, and there was a crochet along or a make along that's been running called the hashtag Made in Australia Cal 2025. I've been watching quite a number of videos this morning from the different ladies who's co-hosting. It's been so much fun to watch it. I also participated in it. I love crochet alongs, as many of you would know. Now, there's every week when I start my video, I always check my stats here on YouTube, and quite a few people keep on joining every week. So just as a little introduction, as I said, my name is Cassandra. I live in Copenhagen in Denmark, but I am originally from South Africa. My main passion in terms of crochet is amigurumi, toy making. This will always and forever be my first love. But this year, 2025, one of my goals has been to do something a little different from the usual. So I've been trying to do a few different type of projects, and today I am just super excited to show you the projects that I've been working on in the last week. Now, how this happened, as we all do, I was scrolling Pinterest looking for crochet home ideas. I've got a long list of things I want to make, and I came across a photo of I was actually looking at crochet bags because I really like the idea of different types of crochet bags, not just a tote bag, but there's so many different types of bags out in the world of crochet that we can make. And I was looking for something quick and easy, something that's fun, something that's useful. Obviously, bags are always going to be useful. So, that was a given. But I was looking for something that's quicker than making a full crochet tote bag or a market bag. Something that's really quick, but really, really cute. Now, before I show you my project, I've been doing a lot of granny squares. Now, one of the cals that I'm participating in is with my friend Jenny at Over in My Spare Time Crochet. She's running the hashtag A Year of Granny Squares cal, where every week we make a project from the book A Year of Granny Squares. The last project I made was this square over here. I really liked it. Well, I've been actually liking making most of the squares from that book, and I do have a project in mind. I will share that with you probably not too far in the future. I just need a few more squares, but this has been a fun crochet along, and it has just reminded me how much I love actually making squares and how versatile they are. Now, in my search for a crochet bag, I came across a photo where someone and a lot of people do that, you cover a pre-made type of bag with crochet granny squares. And I've been doing a lot of squares lately. So I also have a lot of different types of squares saved, fun squares, nice like pattern squares, things that I think would make cute different types of projects. And I came across a photo where they covered a jute or those burlap type of bags in crochet squares. Now, I have got a lot of these types of bags. I actually buy them almost constantly on Amazon. I use them as regular gift bags. So I always have them in my cupboard. It's never ever even dawned on me to cover them with crochet. I just always use them exactly like this. So it's a nice thick, you get different sizes, but I always have them. And when I saw the different types of bag they had on Pinterest, I knew this was the project that I was going to focus on for this week. And I had this idea of upcycling in my head. I don't know why the word upcycle was just constantly roaming around in my brain. Now, I know a few of you who sort of my age, even older, maybe even slightly younger, I think, but somewhere in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, upcycling was like the buzzword. Everything was being upcycled. Upcycling, I think, just basically means something in the line of taking something existing, or taking something that you have already and adding to it to make it more valuable somehow. And this was a big thing. Now, I don't know, I don't think it's big anymore. Like I said, it was a buzzword for years and years, around about the early 2000s. I remember everyone was doing all sorts of different upcycling projects, using bottles and tins and cans and bags, clothing, whatever, and adding to them to sort of either give it a personal touch, to increase its value, something that you would have discarded, that you use again. I know a lot of the things we make these days, we use jars, cover them with crochet, like jar cozies. I know that's still quite big, but I haven't heard the word upcycling in ages. So I thought this was the perfect sort of start maybe of some other upcycling journey, because I enjoyed it so much. And the first bag I made, and it actually started with this specific square. I saw a tutorial of this square on YouTube. It's called the Willow Square, and I really, really wanted to make it. Now, the bags I've got, they are fairly small, so I knew I had to use a thinner yarn. I used Rainbow Cotton 8-4, which is a fingering weight cotton, and I used a 2.5mm hook, and I was just lucky that 4 squares fit perfectly onto this bag. So this is what this bag looks like. It's just, I mean, you get them probably in craft stores. You can get them, like I said, I buy them constantly on Amazon. I buy these 6-packs. I think they work out anywhere between $3 and $5 depending on if you buy bigger amounts at a time. I think these bags, when I convert Danish krona, which I pay into US dollars, works out to about just below $5 per bag. But they're so handy and they are reusable, which is why I always use them for gift bags. But this square was fantastic to make. I think so I followed a tutorial step by step on YouTube for the first one. I sort of scanned, when you sort of flip through the different sections just to see again the stitch counts or the different, counts for the pattern. I scrolled through it quickly the second time, and by the third time I had the pattern in my head, and I ended up making 8 squares, which I then single crocheted together. So you cannot see the seam, the thicker seam of the single crochets on the inside, and it just leaves this lovely straight flat seam in the front. Now obviously if you want something with a little bit more texture, you can single crochet your squares with the wrong sides together. So I single crocheted with the right sides together, leaving the front of the join flat. If you do it the other way around, so if you single crochet with wrong sides together, you will have this thick sort of a divide type of seam on the outside, which I've seen on various projects as well, and it looks really, really nice as well. But for this one, I just wanted to do this flat seam. And I mean, just look at this fantastic square. I knew I wanted to do just a neutral color that would go well with this bag. Now you can, of course, do something to cover the sides. That was not the purpose. I was not going to do a full covered bag. I wanted something that would be very quick to add to the bags I already have. I don't want to spend hours and hours making full project bags and then having to line them, and I just wanted something with the bags that I already own. So I didn't even go out and purchase anything extra. I had 2 bags left over in my cupboard. So the first one, I used this. Now I will link the tutorial for the squares I used, but I loved it. Now I actually just used glue to glue the panel to the front. You can stitch on the one side. On this side I did stitch at the bottom to see how easy it would be. Didn't take really a lot of time. I could have probably stitched all the way around, but the glue was doing the job perfectly fine. As I say, if you want a quick project that's really, really cute, this one honestly did not take me long at all to make. I mean, it took 8 squares, single crocheted them together and glued them onto a bag, and there you have a beautiful, beautiful bag. Then I thought, you know, if you want to add a pop of color, there are hundreds of these little bag charm patterns, tutorials, whatever, also out there. This one, I think I followed, I don't think this one was a video. I think I actually either used, it came from a blog, I think. I can't remember if I purchased a pattern or if it was on a blog. I will see, I will link it down below. But I mean, there are hundreds upon hundreds of these bag charm. You can do something cute. I know really popular these days are actually ribbons, like little ribbons. They're very popular. You can crochet something in the shape of a ribbon, little cherries, different types of fruit. You can do small little amigurumis, bees. I saw the cutest little bear pattern. Well, I guess you can just use a normal bear pattern, make it in a really thin yarn. But I love sunflowers. It is my favorite flower. And this one was super, super quick to whip up. And you've got the most fantastic gift bag. Now, you can either give this as a gift on its own, but the purpose for me was to use it as I would have originally, as a gift bag, to put the actual gifts inside. But then someone has a beautiful another bag to use. I mean, this is such a beautiful reusable bag. And I thought this would be perfect. So I'm actually planning on ordering a few more of these bags. As I said, I only had 2 left it was already a second order that I've done. I always have these bags in the cupboard for any sort of gift for colleagues, gift for teachers, gift for my kids' friends. I use these bags a ton. And as I say, you can get them most places. I mean, I'm sure many craft stores would have them. Depending on where you buy them, they're not expensive at all. And they come in a wide variety of sizes. But this worked out perfectly for me. Now, when I finished this bag, I was like on a high from making this adorable upcycled project. And I thought, I've got 1 bag left. I want to try a different square. Then I found from the same lady a tutorial for a stained glass square. But this one just was so, I found it very labor intensive. After how quick the plain squares, obviously a square where you don't do color changes is always going to be a very good option. But I wanted to see if you do the bag with a slightly more colorful square. I made one of these and I knew for a fact, well, I'm not going to use it. Firstly, the square was too big, even though I used, again, rainbow cotton 8/4 and a 2.5mm hook. The square was too big and it is much too time consuming. Then I found another square that I had saved that I have loved the look of. I've seen many people do blankets in this specific square. It always looked a little intimidating to me, which is why I've never tried it up until yesterday. So on Saturday, I decided, okay, I'm going to try the square, just see. I'll make 1 square again, see how I like it, and then decide from there. And I did actually like it. It is called the Retro Daisy Square. Again, I followed the same lady, the silent video tutorials, and this is it. So I made only 4 this time, just to show that you don't have to cover both sides of your bag. So I used, again, rainbow cotton 8/4. I wanted to do something with a little bit of color. I actually wish that I had done my background in maybe more of an off-white or a cream as well, but I used just plain white. You can't really see that there. It's a nice bright pink. I wanted to do something bright actually, in, you know, something that would really contrast to this one, which this is my favorite, I will not lie. But I wanted to see how it would look if you did something a little brighter. Again, if you want, you can add a little bag charm to it, but this has already quite a bit going on, so I thought, no, this doesn't need a bag charm. It's, you know, quite fun as it is, and I really liked this square. I did the first one and I thought, oh, it's a little bit of a schlep, you know, changing, you know, leaving your working yarn, a little loop on it, and then working the colors back and forth. I saw the first one was a bit of a pain for me, I will not lie. Then I thought, okay, no, let me do a second one. The second one went so much quicker. So once you get used to how to change the white and the pink to get this flower shape, by the third and the fourth one I did without having to really look at the video again. It's a beautiful, beautiful square to make. I think if you actually do it in retro colors, I saw a blanket where they use like browns, oranges, creams, you know, those autumn type colors, a really retro look. I think that would have actually been so nice with this type of burlap bag. So that was my projects for this week. I absolutely loved making these bags, and it got me thinking maybe sometime in the next couple of months to do some sort of an upcycling make along. So let me know. I know a lot of you who have seen the short. I put out a short video on this bag, about this bag, and a lot of you really liked it. So I'm wondering, what are your feelings about upcycling things that we already own? Something that you would never think about to add crochet touches to. I mean, like I said, a lot of us do jar cozies, which is quite a lot of fun to reuse the millions of jars we all seem to accumulate. But I'm thinking of maybe in the next couple of months doing a fun little upcycling challenge. So it can be upcycling gift bags, clothing, toys. I mean, you may have an old toy that you upcycle by either making it an outfit or adding something to it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. You know, I love crochet alongs, I love make alongs. I'm participating currently in quite a few, and there's quite a few going on, so I don't think I will add to that load right at the moment. But I've had so much fun with this challenge, and I thought an upcycling challenge for 2025 might be something fun that you guys would like to join in with. So let me know, and we will chat a bit more about it in the coming weeks. All right, friends, that is it for now. I loved this week's make. I love spending time with you all. As you know, it's just, I mean, we come together with this wonderful community. We inspire each other. We do things together, even though we are in very, very different parts of the world. As I say, I've spent a lot of time with my Australian friends this morning. My husband actually, as I'm talking to you, is on his way on a business trip to Australia. He will be spending the next week in Perth. Obviously, I'm extremely, extremely jealous that myself and the kids could not join. But it is during school time, during work time, and I mean, anyone who travels for work, you know it's not a holiday. It's usually you are very, very busy. But I'm really, really jealous that my husband gets to see a part of Australia that I've not seen. I've not been to Perth. I lived in Melbourne for a year. I saw Adelaide. I saw Sydney. I saw parts of Queensland. I saw parts of like the centre of Australia. I saw Canberra, but not Perth. So I told my husband, please just send some photos of the sun. I think the temperatures there are like high 30s in Celsius, like 36, between 36 and 39 degrees Celsius this whole week ahead. Well, here in Copenhagen, we are sort of in the 1, 2, 3 degrees. It's cold, it's miserable, and it's wet without the sun. So I told my husband, enjoy the sun, enjoy the summer, send us some nice, lovely, sunny pics from Perth. Anyway, you guys, that's it. Fun chatting to you as always. Please chat to me in the comments. I know I'm extremely slow. I think I'm not even sure if I've gotten through all my comments of last week. I've been trying to stay up to date with emails coming in. I should be uploading the latest Amigurumi World Tour journal within the next day or two. I've added all the photos that I've received during the last week, so I'll update that soon as well. And we're waiting. Our book is on the way to the second last person in the US. It is now flying towards the end of our US book journey. I'm super excited. All right, you guys, if I don't stop now, I'm going to keep chatting to you for many, many hours. I love hanging out with you all. Please let me know what you are busy with. Let me know if we should consider an upcycling cal within the next couple of months. All right, friends, that is really it for this video. As always, I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I hope you are ready for the week ahead. And until I see you in the next video, as always, stay safe and stay crafty.